Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the VOD Squad, the show where we talk about streaming technology. This is episode 260 on November 10th, 2021. I am Clyde, and today I am joined by Matthew Russ.
Hello, everybody.
And Jimmy Trammell.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Doing all right. How are you? Yeah. Now, everybody's a little let down now that we've looked at the six-legged turkey.
Oh, that was actually amazing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That was like the high point of your day. Now we're like,
believe it or not, it probably was because my day was just kind of it's a fine day. But no, I when you said it was a Madden six-legged turkey, I actually thought the idea in my head of what that was okay. So you had 3 football guys in this giant turkey costume out in the field doing something funny. But no, that's not what it was. It was an actual six-legged turkey. Well, maybe not actual, but it sure looks like one, and it looks delicious.
So imagine the tryptophan content in that turkey, huh?
So would that turkey be considered a bug?
An insect in that case,
yeah.
Except for it doesn't have an exoskeleton. But
not anymore. They cooked it. They probably took it off to cook it.
Actually, technically, that's 6 legs, but it still has 2 arms, so it has 8. It might be.
Oh yeah, it might be an arachnid.
It might be. It's yummy. I don't know. I do love turkey legs, though. I gotta say they are delicious.
They're the best part of the turkey.
Paul Simon in a turkey outfit. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Yes, I do, but that's besides the point.
I don't.
Oh, that's like original Saturday Night Live humor, I guess. Oh. Maybe not original, but very early.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. Should we talk news?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Okay. We're going to start off with a story here about Fubo TV. It looks like it's been a long 6 years since Fubo TV came out.
Holy crap, it has been 6 years.
It's been 6 years, and it just crossed the 1 million subscriber mark this year. This is a big deal for them. They now have 1 million subscribers, which makes them, I don't know, like 23rd in the race for different streaming providers. That being said, congratulations to them on making such a big milestone. It's good for them. They just might survive as a platform. It's possible.
Well, I mean, considering they were just starting out a few months after we started this show,
right? And they were the sports network.
Yeah, they were. Which they were up until last year when there were no sports.
Great timing.
Hey, I gotta say they made it through last year and they still have subscribers, so they're doing something right.
Yeah, and since they have the sports, maybe I'll be switching to that. You never know.
Is that service US only?
I believe so.
Yeah. So for a US only service, 1 million subscribers, not too bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially they're kind of a niche. They're not the everybody service that YouTube TV and Sling are pitching themselves as. They were hey, if you don't really care about all of the TV networks, but you want sports, hey, come to us.
It kind of turned into the everything network. They still
have
don't have some
kind of, but they out of necessity last year.
But they still focus on being sports centric, which is a good idea. That's a good play, quite frankly. And so, absolutely.
And I mean, it's like $65 a month,
which sounds about as much as everybody else, but they've got the sports.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's actually a good thing. If they can keep that up, like, oh, we're just as expensive as the other guys. Yeah, we may not have certain specialty channels, but we got your sports. that's an easy sell for lots
Now,
of people.
I mean, as long as they keep adding local affiliates.
Well, happy to say that they also had another announcement about the fact that they've added 18 more, specifically the ABC affiliates from various places all across the United States. And so looks like they are coming to all kinds of places from Palm Springs to Boise, Idaho to Lafayette. And so they've picked up a lot of different places.
WDAY out of Fargo, North Dakota.
How's that one? Have you ever watched that one?
When I lived in North Dakota.
Oh, okay. Did you like it?
I don't know. It was over the air TV.
Well, sometimes it's like they do good stuff on them. Sometimes they pick up the right shows or have good.
No, where I was located, we got both North Dakota and South Dakota. So we had 2 of each channel. It was weird. And the programming was different. So sometimes it's like, crap, I missed that episode of Seinfeld. Oh, well, it's coming on now.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were asking earlier if it was in just in the United States. Well, Fubo TV did also make an announcement that they're going to be purchasing a streaming network called Molotov, which is in Europe. It's a French startup. So they're sorry, what? In France. No, they're going to use this in order to expand their IP across the ocean and start possibly providing their services in Europe. So that the Fubo TV just basically, I mean, they must have had a big announcement day. You know what I mean? Where there's like, hey, we got big news. We're doing this. We got more channels. We're expanding globally. It's a big news day for them. I don't know. I you know, this is good stuff. Maybe maybe next year we'll be talking about how, you know, you used to go hear about those guys, Amazon, and you know, they're not being used anymore because Fubo TV took them out. I know that's not probably likely, but you never know.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a pun.
No.
Because of the name Molotov, but the deal is it's not incendiary. It's not unstable. I don't know. Insert joke there.
It's a complex cocktail.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
It's we put a rag in it. We're done.
May as well.
Okay. How about this? Netflix has announced that they are beginning to use their AV1 codec with specific shows on Android devices. They've announced that they're going to go ahead and start working on some compatible Android devices, some compatible Android TVs and other TVs, and the PlayStation 4 Pro. Specifically that one, apparently, because they all support the AV1 codec and will be starting to use it for their streaming onto these devices, which should be allow for a higher quality / lower bandwidth access to all the shows available on the streaming platform.
It's about time.
Yeah, we talked about this like a year ago now that they were finally moving toward it, and now they're finally.
We talked about that Google was moving. But we didn't say anything about Netflix. No, Google was adding it to all of their devices.
Right. And Google technically, I think, is using AV1 on YouTube on compatible devices. They've been doing that for a while.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is good. And quite frankly, I'm happy it's an open format. Go.
Absolutely.
Everybody use free open formats, please.
Even in your marriage?
Open formats? Yes.
Yeah, you want an open format marriage?
Moving on. Apple TV is got new beta for their iPads. They have a new version of the Apple TV app that's going to be available on those iPads. iOS 15.2 beta 2 dropped with a new format change for the Apple TV app. Mostly, if you were using the Apple TV app before and you wanted to try to open a menu, it'll open up like a menu popping up over the what you were trying to watch in order to see it. Now they've got this new sidebar way of looking at it, and so if you are in the middle of a show, hit pause, or while you're live, open up the menu. The sidebar will allow you to open up and be able to browse relative titles, look at different things that are going on. This new way of searching on the sidebar looks like what's something that they may be moving over for a lot of these. Is this what it currently looks like on the TVs, or is this something that looks specific to the iPad? I'm getting a no from
that's just for the iPad. No, on the TV, it's not quite like that. On the TV, it's up at the top. The menu's up at the top.
Interesting. Well, this might be a way of the future. We'll see.
It looks like YouTube.
It does look like it does, except for it's blue.
Oh,
that's the difference.
So it's completely different. Never mind.
And Clyde's right. It does look like YouTube when you look.
No, it looks nothing like a YouTube. It's blue.
Apart from it being blue. But if you're colorblind, it looks like YouTube.
It's gray. If you're colorblind, it's the same color. All right, Android users rejoice if you have Google Home 2.4.6. Android has been promising that you would have a way to access the Android remote directly from your Android phone. And you can now get that working on that version of the Home app. So Google Home 2.4.6, which I should probably try out because I do use that a lot, and
yeah,
I would like that.
So this comes on the heels of like a couple weeks ago they got rid of the old app and it was like no longer available. So cool.
Well, mostly what I love about these remote apps is please type in your password and like, get the phone.
That's the only reason I ever use the Roku app on my phone. But it's nice because when you have I can't speak for the Android one, but the Roku one, if you have multiple Rokus in the house, you're able to switch between which one you want to control from the app.
True.
I hope Google built that in. Otherwise, they're discouraging people from having multiple Android TVs, which would be true. Bad business.
Be a problem. Very likely, it will be whatever device that your phone is currently casting to would be automatically the one it uses. I hope, or there's a way to connect to each device.
Well, you don't have to be casting because
that's true.
Because it's not a Chromecast. Right. Back in the day, yeah, that would have been for Chromecast, but okay.
So the remote makes the thematic sense as the place you control your smart device. So in Google Home, you have different rooms, and in that room, you can have a smart TV device, and looks like there will be an option that says Open Remote for when you're in that room of that app. So that makes sense. Okay. Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
I actually do like the Roku app for being able to type. B, I like that I have used the Roku app to actually control my TV because I couldn't find the remote. So that's nice. And C, I could send the audio through my phone to my ears, my headphones on the Roku app before all these features I hope are on this or will be on it soon. All these are wonderful things that we should all have, quite frankly. All right. T-Mobile has announced that if you are a subscriber to their service, they're going to go ahead and give you a free year of Paramount Plus. That's right. They already gave you Netflix, if I remember correctly. So they're going to just keep piling on more stuff. If you are a member of their service, they will give you a access to the plan version of it for 1 year. That it does include ads, unfortunately. It's the ads included version.
Yeah, well,
but
Jimmy,
it does allow you to upgrade to the free one with a discount. So,
weren't you saying you were waiting for something on CBS All Access / Paramount for a reason to subscribe?
Yeah, well, I already do.
Oh, you already do.
Paramount
okay.
Plus. Yeah. Well, the Star Trek content and Survivor are the two big things.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were,
Yeah, plus to some of the old CBS shows I quite enjoy, right? The old sitcom CBS shows.
That's right. Yeah.
So I enjoy those too.
Well, it sounds like you
congratulations.
You get a discount.
Well, I think this is, T-Mobile's starting to make a compelling argument for a cord cutter, right? Because I mean, yeah, they've had Netflix for quite a while. So as a T-Mobile subscriber, I don't pay much of anything for Netflix.
Well,
And they even before this, and they still have it on their site. I was checking earlier. You can get a free subscription to Apple TV, or Apple TV Plus, I guess I should say. And then now they've added Paramount Plus to it. You can get a free year there too. So, so if you're a cord cutter and you're considering to go to T-Mobile, right? This is one more compelling reason to give it a try.
Absolutely. AT&T gives you HBO for free, right?
Yeah.
And so it feels like they all have a little bit of a freebie somewhere thrown in there. Or
Showtime. You choose one or the other.
Showtime's good.
I think. Yeah.
So you can hack the system like I do, which I have AT&T for my internet service provider, and I'm a T-Mobile subscriber, so I get both of those, right?
And you got a buddy on Verizon, so you can get their free service, whatever it is, right?
What is it that Verizon does?
I know they give you something for free. I don't know.
Spotify.
You're right.
Is it Spotify?
No, that was Sprint, which is now T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
And this deal is also good for Sprint subscribers as well.
Cool. That's good. All right. Here's a new one. If you are been playing your games on Stadia and you've been playing all by yourself and you were thinking, man, I wish I had friends to play with. Well, that's your own problem. Can't help you there. But if you did have friends to play with and they wanted to play at any time, just hop into the game. Guess what? Now you have a way for that to happen. Stadia is now making it possible for people that you know, and you can specify who, can just hop into your game without an invite code when you're playing Stadia, which is freaking cool. Maybe there's a game on there that's like, yeah, whenever I'm on, you see me on, hop on and play and start playing, man. This is awesome. This is a cool idea. I think this is exactly the kind of thing that Stadia should be shining on and improving on. So absolutely, this is cool.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever they can do to make it more easily accessible.
So Far Cry 6 is a game, actually I've never played anything but the very first bit of Far Cry 1. And it was like, oh, this looks amazing. Nope, not interested. That just wasn't my game. But Far Cry 6 apparently is just a lot more of the same. Go out and destroy forts, take over forts. That's the whole thing about it. And it is multiplayer, so you can actually play with friends. So apparently with this, you can be playing Far Cry 6. Your friend can say he wants to hop in multiplayer with you right into Far Cry 6 and it just live join you in the middle of the game, which is pretty darn cool.
I remember you and I last year about this time, you and I tried playing that Destiny, and trying to get together was so difficult.
Yes, it was. I am guessing that's a little easier now.
Yeah.
So
although it's Destiny, so
help the old guy out here. So how do you play with your friend if you don't have an invitation?
So you have to be already friends inside of the system. So the game does allow you to have friend list.
And you can see they're online playing a game.
So Clyde and I both have accounts, and I'm playing a game, and I've already put him as a friend list, and I've turned on the feature to let my friends to join live. Clyde sees that I'm online, sees the game that I'm playing, says, "Yeah, I'll play that." Clicks the button, loads the game through Stadia, gets right in and plays.
This is basically what Steam has done forever.
And so if Clyde has all that turned off and he doesn't let you in his game,
then I can click on the button and say, "Hey, dude, I'd like to play."
Yeah, and it'll pop up on my screen saying, "Do you want to let him in?" And then I say, "No."
Invite me.
So wouldn't you have to send him an invitation for him to play?
Yeah. Or I could request one, but
no, he could request one. That's if I don't have it turned on.
Right.
But,
okay.
But if you have the feature turned on, then you don't need a request.
Oh, look, he just hopped in. Cool. Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Oh, I see.
Okay. I'm taking the east side. You to go west. There's a missile launcher in there. Go for it.
Headed towards the 90s, living in the wild, wild west.
Nope, don't know what you're talking about.
West.
Okay. That isn't like the movie, the Wild Wild West movie, and the stupid song?
Or
No.
Really?
are you referring to where Matt lives?
Something like that. We'll talk about that in the post show. All right.
I wouldn't call this the Wild West, but that's okay. We'll talk about that later. So Disney Plus is announcing that they are going to be releasing 12 of their various Marvel films in a new format. They are, instead of using the traditional widescreen, which is a 2.35 to 1 ratio for their movies. That's super wide kind of thing. They are adapting that to 1.9 to 1 IMAX aspect ratio, which makes it taller. Well, it's all about the aspect ratio. It has nothing to do about resolution here. So this is means that if your TV can support this resolution, and it was showing your movie in that ultra wide setting, which means you did have black bars on the top and bottom of your screen, it won't be doing that. It will actually be filling out your screen and giving you a more full view of what's going on. And according to their advertisement, it actually is being used correctly and actually showing you more of what's going on the screen.
Not just zooming it in.
Not just zooming it in.
And cutting out potholes.
Oh, so this is where we'll see the pothole. Finally, we found where the pothole went. They just had to wait for this to happen.
Yeah, no, that's good. I absolutely hate the black bars on the top and the bottom. It irritates me because you used to get it on the side, and then we went to the widescreen TVs, and then we got bars on the top. And it's like,
yep.
What the hell?
You can't win for losing. They quite frankly just need to detect what kind of screen you got and send you the right feed. That's what it should be. Damn it. Yeah. That's what it should be. They said, oh, you're doing that aspect ratio. Here's your feed. Here you go. You're good to go. It's not that hard, people. You already pre-render it.
I was perfectly fine with pan and scan, and then you promised me that I wouldn't have to deal with that, and then they gave me black bars. Now they're promised me that these black bars are gonna. So what? They're gonna fix it, or they're going away. Yep. What else are they going to disappoint me with?
The future of television is 3:2 aspect ratio. I'm sorry, man. They're just going to change it again. Yeah. I know you hate me right now, don't you?
No. I was just realizing I saw a movie on Saturday in the theater, which I'll get into later. But halfway through the movie, I realized it's in 4:3. Mm-hmm. There was so much black space on either side of that screen. And once I noticed it, I couldn't not see it. And it was, it's like, why am I in a theater to see something that, would fit on a screen?
I don't know what to tell you other than everybody should just have every single format, period. There's no reason not to just provide it all. Silly people. I don't get it. Paramount Plus. They have decided that it is important for them to include soccer in their lineup. I think they've talked about a couple of different soccer leagues they've included. This time, they've got the Women's Super League matches coming up between 2022 and 2024. They're going to be broadcasting a total of 57 WSL matches per season. So they're going to be doing lots of them. So this means that if you have been interested in watching the women's soccer, which, hey, good on you, you're going to have to get yourself your Paramount Plus to watch it.
Hey, if 5 people watch it, they'll have 5 times the audience of the WNBA.
I do appreciate the consistency of your razzing, sir. I do. I love the fact that you are very specific in where you twist that knife. I do appreciate that.
Sorry, I got it. I can't walk past that one.
All right, Clubhouse. Hey, do you remember when Clubhouse was the thing? Like, I don't know, a year ago.
Does it have a sign that says "No girls allowed"?
No.
Oh, then it's not a Clubhouse.
Oh, well, no, I'm talking about the app. Remember the app Clubhouse that came out? And when it came out, it was an iOS only app. Also, it was a thing that you
that's why I don't know what this app is.
Right. Well, so here's the idea. Hey, I'm going to start this Clubhouse. And then you can get on the app too. And you can see, hey, look, somebody's got this room. And I can talk with anybody who enters that room because it's designed for you to go in and just chat with people. You might know the person. I mean, when they started off, it was a lot of influencers, famous people. So you might be able to talk to somebody who might be famous. Well, since that's all gone away because, Clubhouse is no longer in anybody's mind of any kind. Since then, they've released it for Android as well. I should probably download it and try it sometime. But you know what really bothered me about it is there was no way to record unless you tried to record externally. And then that's just creepy. So... Because, really, this would be an actually good format to have a nice conversational podcast, essentially. That's all I got to say. Guess what? Now they have a version that allows you to record. It's called, what are they calling it here? They have it set up, an audio event so you can re-listen to it. They are going to go making it so you can go back in there and use the feature that they're calling replay. Looks like they can be downloaded, and then they can be shared externally too. So it's great. You can use this for anything at this point. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Clubhouse. I might actually use you now. That's great.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like the idea of, hey, I'm just in my room. I'm working on something. I want to talk about something and let people just say, hey, you want to chat about something? Then I can have a nice long argument with somebody and come to blows and then turn off my phone because I don't care anymore. It's all good. Right? That's not what happens on Clubhouse.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can record it now.
But I thought the whole purpose of Clubhouses was you could have the conversations and it would never come back to bite you.
You still can do that if you wish to. I'm sure it lets everybody know if you're recording.
If people can record, it's like
Clyde.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't mean to burst this bubble, but if you're using any electronic device, it can be recorded. No matter what. So, no, it's not a private conversation. You're sending signals over the internet, people.
Meaning making cracks about the WNBA.
That's in chat. That's happening in chat. That's not happening.
Oh, okay.
I don't think people in the WNBA get on Clubhouse. I could be wrong. And they
probably have their own Clubhouse.
That's true. Would any boys be allowed?
I don't know.
Me neither. All right, here's an interesting one. Netflix is copying TikTok for kids. Ew, this just doesn't feel right. So Netflix has a kids interface, and in that kids interface, they are now introducing a new way of giving previews for their shows that is literally called Kids Clips, and it feels like a little tiny TikTok little ads for their own shows. So they're little, short little blurbs that talking about the show, make you feel like maybe this is something like to watch, 10 to 20 clips in there at a time. And it quickly just goes on to the next one. I don't know if there's any, I'm guessing if you click on it, it'll go ahead and go straight to the show for you to watch, but it's what do you want to watch? I don't know. So you're just flipping through these various ideas for getting you ideas. It says that this is currently a test. It's not available to everybody. It's currently only on some iOS devices, so it's one of their A/B testing things. I don't know.
I think Netflix needs to stop putting all this effort into games and TikTok clones and give us a freaking button to remove stuff from our wish lists. It's been 10 years. Things. It's only been 10 years. Focus on the stuff that matters. Or how about a button to mark something as watched so it doesn't keep recommending the same thing that you've already watched over and over and over and over. Yeah, I don't see a use. But I don't have kids of this age group anymore. So, maybe 5 years ago, I would have thought this was a good idea, but I don't really have any.
And Netflix, internally, you can call this button a Clyde. You wouldn't mind.
No,
can
I think
have
the
that.
Clyde option would just be like, it would just nuke everything from the continue
Oh,
watching.
Oh no! Oh yeah,
Because-
it's like it's a slide wiping the slate clean. You start from scratch.
Well, no, I don't. I want to like remove the watch history. I just want to remove the entire continue watching row
Gotcha.
in one button.
There's the Clyde. All right, here we go. Google has Nest Sleep features. You know, when you're
Mhm.
trying to fall asleep.
Yeah, it was the thing where it was going to watch you. Is this in regards to the thing they announced where it was going to actively watch you sleep using LiDAR? Remember that?
So funny. It wasn't using LiDAR. It was using
whatever it
radar.
was. Radar, yeah.
So, and it wasn't watching you sleep. It was getting a signal from the room that could tell that maybe somebody was sleeping. So, but that being said, yeah, I know it was creepily watching you sleep. Yes, this is them continuing to support that with new different features. Like they're trying to set it up so they can give you meditational sounds and better gestures for it. I don't know, like if you slap it, try to turn off the alarm kind of thing. I'm sleeping. Oh, it's the universal.
Every time I do that, it just cranks up the volume.
I hate it when it does
So
that.
I have stopped using my Google Home as an alarm.
No, what you just do is say stop and it stops. Did you know that?
Yeah, but the problem is it's too busy making loud noises to listen.
Well, you know, with most any alarm, the modern alarm, the plug in the back is removable. So I just reach over and find the plug and unplug it, and then yeah, it's all good. It doesn't make any more noise after that. Speaking of which, I better turn off my alarm for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it looks like they're continuing to look into their sleep tracking and trying to help you sleep and provide you with. It can apparently now detect when you're in light or REM sleep. It's going to be able to track your tracking of how noisy you are or how noisy your partner is or your pet is. I mean, how to kind of tell. This is a little creepy, guys. But yes, they are continuing to do this to try to get this working, and they've promised to keep going until 2023 at least. And so, because apparently they're going to be sending a lot of these features to the Fitbit brand, Fitbit Premium, starting in 2023. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it was going to be my question. Do they actually capture that information and have it for the user to be able to see?
yes, they do actually provide that information for you to see. Yes, that means they capture it. Yes, I'm sure it means they store it somewhere for it to be analyzed, probably by you and by a computer, probably not by humans, but nonetheless, it is still creepy.
Yeah, especially when you're in bed, the lights are out, but your heart rate is elevated.
It's a scary movie, man.
How else will Skynet know when to attack?
Well, that's Elon Musk's territory.
Oh, okay.
He
Oh,
launched
sorry.
Skynet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So when you get your internet through that, then you can worry about that, because then they'll figure out what time you're doing things in the middle of the night, because they're watching you.
Well,
Always watching.
and they've got your car watching you, and when you're out of the house.
And if you've got your battery plugged into it, it knows what you're doing in the house based on your power usage. Oh my goodness. It's crazy, man.
People wonder why
You know what else?
moving
They
off
also-
the grid.
They also know when
Yeah,
the
Bart.
sun is up and providing power to your house.
Matt, can I borrow your tinfoil hat?
Yeah, I'd have to put it back together. All right. Did you know that Spotify has a way for people to, share stuff with people? I don't use Spotify. It's possible for you to, see what other people are doing and for them to share with you with various things.
So I was thinking about this earlier when I read this story, because the only thing that I'm aware of is if you have Facebook friends and you've linked your account to Facebook, it shows you on the side what your friends are currently listening to. Other than that, oh no, I guess we've done like shared playlists where you can, so like everybody can, you can set your permissions and people can add songs to the queue and you can group listen. So okay,
I'm guessing it surfaces those to your list inside the grid, so you can see, oh look, Matt is sharing with you all these songs from Daft Punk. So then you can go block this user. I already got my own Daft Punk. I don't need yours. So it's all good. You can do that if you want.
okay.
Apparently, there's also a feature you can go in there and find the users you blocked and unblock them.
Okay.
So you can let them back in too. So.
Yeah, now that I'm remembering that like the playlist option, yeah, this makes a lot more sense. That's good. Because otherwise you have the potential to have people ruin. They get in, just like in anything on the internet, you get people to show up and just ruin it.
So
See,
that annoying person's playlist that keeps showing up, you can block it. This is what this means.
Like the vodka or the VOD squad, where it gets ruined just by me showing up. But YouTube's like the worst about that. People come in and then they like bomb your video with dislikes and
and also people sitting down at your desk and totally hitting all the likes and dislike buttons on all your videos because they're using your account when you don't mean them to. That has nothing to do with this next story. This next story is all about the fact that there is a like button and there is no longer going to be a dislike button on YouTube videos. YouTube has decided that, I'm wrong.
There is a dislike button. They're just not going to show the count.
That's smart. I think that is very smart, actually, because I'm guessing the viewers are still going to be able to see that. That means they could. Yeah, the creator.
Yeah, the creator will still see it. And then you can still downvote something so that, like, if there's a video that it suggests and I don't like it, I hit a down, and then it still will factor into my algorithm not to recommend videos like that.
That's good. That's what we want. We want more control over our own algorithms. And people were using this, unfortunately, to basically send hate to people. Famously, and sometimes they deserve it, just to be clear, but famously, Blizzard Entertainment would make announcements about World of Warcraft, and the people who were watching were waiting for a feature or something to happen in a storyline, and that did not happen, or something weird happened, or something upsetting happened that the people didn't like. They would get negative voted, bombed, essentially, just hundreds of thousands of millions of negative votes on a video. And even sometimes way more negative votes than views. Let me put it that way. So
to quote Vinny Boomba, Nintendo gets a highly disliked video, and a week later, this change is happening. Coincidence? I think not.
I think that somebody somewhere had made a phone call. I'm guessing you're right. No,
this has been they've been testing this for a while.
That's probably true.
I mean, theoretically it removes the incentive to downvote, but you can still leave the negative comments. But it also removes legitimate downvote warnings, because I mean there are some people out there who decide whether or not to watch a video based on the up versus the down vote.
True.
And if it's highly down, they will skip it, which is what this is trying to eliminate, where legitimate videos that you might want to watch, you don't miss it because you saw a whole bunch of downs.
Right.
But this doesn't really fix the stuff that legitimately should be downvoted and people should be warded away.
True. But at the same time, with enough downvotes, that would be something that the person who produces the video will see and will be able to,
Yeah, but those
they'll
things
get
are
that.
usually put out there. They put it out there for the reason to cause problems. And
True.
so the downvotes are just reinforcement that they're doing what they wanted to do. I don't know.
So I see what you're trying to say about the fact that the downvote is actually a useful metric. But that being said,
it should be. I'm
It's
playing
abused.
both sides. It's been
Yeah.
abused. Yes.
Yeah.
And it has been abused.
I think that it's easy to tell if the view to upvote ratio is really low, like it's at 1 million views and 2 upvotes. Nope.
Oh, you just described like all of our videos.
We haven't had 1 million views, have we? Man, that's awesome. Oh, wow.
Not all the way through, but
Oh,
what it? Oh yeah, no, that guy.
okay.
Yeah, it's almost like we're going back to, you remember, the first one I remember that would do this kind of thing was Dig. You remember Dig?
Oh, yeah. I like
Right.
Dig back in the day.
And then, yeah, you just click on it if you dug it, right? So I guess maybe this is what YouTube is trying to do, right? Just kind of, okay,
Well,
if there's 100 people that likes this, maybe I'll like it too.
yeah, you're just not gonna see the downvotes anymore. Downvotes will still be there, but
Yeah, Dig was only, if you liked it,
yeah.
you would dig it, and
Yeah. Reddit's taken over that space, so it's still got the upload downvote thing. So
All right. Well, you know what I dig?
the holes with shovels.
Actually, unfortunately, that is true. But no, I am talking about the patrons, the people that financially support this show because they apparently have nothing better to do with their money.
Why are you digging holes with shovels for our patrons?
No, I
You're
dig
not trying
them.
to bury them.
I dig the patrons.
Oh, you dig. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying something else.
No, dude,
Sorry.
that's kind of morbid.
Well,
No, we're not. We're not digging holes for our patrons. We're digging our patrons' love for us.
Aw,
Can you
how
dig it?
nice.
All right. But thank you. If you are a patron and you've been supporting us, we appreciate it. If you would like to become a patron, it's very simple. You just head on over to patreon.com/the VOD Squad and just choose whatever you want, and we will dig you too. All right.
Dig.
Dig it. Rants and raves. Rants, raves, what you got?
I'm stuck in Super Metroid, and I have been for a week. That sucks. But
Which one is that?
which game?
Yeah, is Super Metroid. Is that the second one?
It's
The third
technically the
one?
third one. It's for the Super Nintendo.
Oh, because the second one was Game Boy only.
It was Game Boy,
Oh, okay.
Game Boy, but they
we had
re-released
that
it
conversation
recently for DS or 3DS. I don't remember, but they did re-release a newer version of it, which was much more playable. Apparently, I've never played it. But
That's
no,
the
I'm
only one I played.
really.
Okay. Yep. I never had a Nintendo,
Oh, why not?
but I had a Game Boy for a summer, and we talked about that.
And you had a you had Metroid on it. Nice.
That was like the only game that I had. Oh, that and a Mario World 2, the one with all the toys. I don't
Yep.
know.
Yeah, a lot of Mario games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bought a Game Boy for my daughter.
Yeah. I've been watching a show with my wife, though. She found out that Castle returned to Hulu, the whole thing. And she's been binging it because it's one of her favorite shows, and it's not been on any streaming platform for a long time.
Oh, these are the old episodes, not like the show is returned with new episodes.
No.
Okay.
The old, they just brought it back, and so she's been binging old Castle episodes.
Okay.
I think she's in season 5 already. For last week and a half, she's been watching it. So, and it's a good show. So yeah, it's not bad. If you have something you want to watch, Castle, the first couple seasons are great. It gets kind of weird. It's kind of season 3-ish until for a while, and then it gets back to being good again.
Wasn't that the first show he did after Firefly?
I believe so. And I love the fact that they reference that because he dresses up as a space cowboy, and she says, "It wasn't that 5 years ago." It's like, nice.
See, I was gonna make a move, or I was gonna make a reference to when she starts Castle, you immediately move to her side, but that would make her a rook and not the queen, so it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, doesn't work.
No.
Damn, chess makes good puns difficult.
Right. Yeah,
that's right. So that's it. That's it for me for the most part.
Jimmy.
Yeah, so I've actually been enjoying some shows from Apple TV Plus. So I'm watching Foundation, which is a pretty good show, nice science fiction. Mm-hmm. Invasion, another science fiction show for Apple TV Plus. But the thing about Invasion, right, and you could probably guess by the name, right? It's an alien invasion. But it's more, I mean, you don't even hardly get to see the aliens all that much, right? It's more about, or at least so far in the show, it's more about the human relationships, right? The situations that people are in and that kind of thing. Almost think of it kind of close to a Walking Dead type format, you know? I mean, Walking Dead, yeah, they're the zombies, but it's more about the relationships of the people in the show, right? So Invasion kind of has that same format to it. And then I watched the second season of The Morning Show. Morning Show, I wouldn't call it, it's an entertaining show, but it's not going to make your top 10 list, right? It's got some good actors in it. You know, and it's, you know, after watching this for 2 seasons, then it's kind of like, okay, how much longer can this story go on? They got to do something to change it up here. And if they have a 3rd season of that show, they definitely need to do that. If they don't change it up a little bit, then I think they're going to start.
The station switches to streaming only.
Yeah, I mean, you know. So anyway, but the morning show is worth watching. It's entertaining, right? It's got some good actors in it. So yeah, it's worth watching. But the other 2 science fiction movies, yeah, I'd if you got Apple TV Plus or have access to it, yeah, check those out. I think you'll like it if you like science fiction.
Rock on. I was never really into Foundation. Wake me up when they do robots. I'd even settle for Empire. Yeah, I couldn't get into Foundation.
Well, there's a lot of reference to those. I mean, you see those as what those.
Well, I mean, they were the 3 intertwined series.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it has been well established over the last 6 years my dislike for movie theaters.
That's not true. You loved movie theaters when you could go in for free.
I was more tolerant, but I only went to specific ones.
Okay.
But so I went to go see The French Dispatch.
Were you pressured into watching it?
Yeah, it was a social thing. I
Gotcha.
had no interest in going, but I went because
The
it
French Dispatch. That was a movie.
Yep, it's a new movie. It's a Wes Anderson movie. It's very Wes Anderson. The movie is basically an homage to French cinema. So it's told in a couple different parts, but it's a really good movie. And I really enjoyed the movie. I probably would have enjoyed it more if I was at home. So, yeah. I would say I still dislike movie theaters, and the Alamo was terrible.
Oh,
I'm like at the point where I'm like, I think it killed Alamo for me. That was the one place I was, it was just a bad experience.
so what was broad with it about it? Most people like the Alamo because it's a very laid back watching a movie while having food kind of.
Yeah, but the food is so expensive.
Oh,
and it's not great. A burger or like a pizza. It's like a $20 pizza that I've got better pizza in my freezer. It's basically just frozen pizza. The burgers but I mean, it's so expensive. My thing was always the popcorn. I would just get the popcorn. They'd get the bottomless popcorn, whatever. And the popcorn had clearly been sitting there all day. It wasn't fresh. There was no butter. I sent it back, said, hey, there's supposed to be butter. They brought it back to me, still didn't have butter. They're like, oh, no, there's definitely butter on there. There's no butter. When I got a refill, that actually had butter on it. And I was able to, and it was like, I paid $10 and it was horrible. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of the theater to begin with. But yeah, I mean, if you like that kind of pizza, I don't like that kind of pizza. Is my point. I'm not. But this was a worse experience than I normally have I have historically, but I haven't been there in like 2 years. And also, it doesn't help that I have to drive an hour to go there. And then
apparently there's people in Austin, Texas that disagree with
I know. That's what I was referring to. That's what I was saying. If you like that kind of pizza, then, great. I don't like that kind of pizza. So, but yeah, I mean, historically I've liked the place. That's the one of the few theaters that I don't object to going to, but yeah, the experience on Saturday was not great.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. It's okay.
You can watch everything you want at home eventually.
Well, I don't even care about movies typically, but yeah, they say I don't like good things. I like good things. It's just that apparently the world disagrees on what those good things are. And on that note, we'll probably shut this thing down.
Man.
Too much of a good thing, right? But thanks everybody for hanging out with me and them. And remember, we're here every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central on YouTube. If you would like an audio version, you can get those wherever podcasts are available. If you want to get it sooner, then eventually become a patron. You get your own custom RSS feed, and you get the episode within hours of this being finished. But also head on over to tbs.showbot.tv and go vote on some titles. There's titles. I know there's at least a couple.
Only a few.
But I think that's it. Thanks, everybody. We will catch you all next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
All right. Clyde's Last Stand at the Alamo.
That's an excellent title, sir. We will have to see which one wins. But that is
Yeah, also, I noticed that, and my friend pointed it out too. She said, she was like, what is that smell? I was like, yeah, the whole place had this gross smell. It's like if you've ever been in a theater, like after they're closed, they get that kind of just stagnant
Purple haze.
No, not that kind of smell. Yeah, I don't know. It was almost like it's the only one in the area, and they've really dropped the ball there.
All right. One thing I did come across this weekend, I think, was Weird Al Yankovic posted a video. It's 3 years old now, but I just didn't see it. He apparently, when he was on tour, always did a cover song at the end of his every one of his tour dates.
His entire
I know, but
thing is cover
non-ironic
not
cover
parodies. Okay,
not a parody. And so he has a YouTube video. It's like 30 seconds each song, but of 77 different cover songs in order of which he played them on his last tour.
Okay,
and it's really great to hear some really great songs done by him and his band. It was like, geez, this guy knows how to do his stuff. So I have to recommend that video if anybody's interested.
Have you seen Weezer's cover of Africa?
I believe I've heard it, but I've not seen it.
So you need to watch the video later, and I won't tell you anything about it. You'll realize something, and let me know when you do. But that you could do that later.
Okay.
It was surprising, and I went, oh.
All right. Well, we do have some titles, and I'll go ahead and announce what they are. We have Put a Rag in It. We're done.
I like that a lot.
Oh, it's blue. That makes it completely different. I didn't know I need IMAX to see the pothole. I like that one, but only because it is very meta, and not like the company. It's not like that. The VOD Quad, something you said accidentally, but only 3 of us are here, so it doesn't make sense. So I can dig it. Poodle Doesn't Like Good Things, and Clyde's Last Stand at the Alamo. That is, in my opinion, an excellent title. But those are our titles for this week, unless more come in and votes are flowing in. Please make your votes your vote be heard by voting on one or multiple of those items that you like, and we will pick from all the higher votes to pick one that we're going to pick for this title of this show for this week. Thanks.
The VOD Quad. Yeah, hey, lunch, let's all go hang out in the VOD Quad. Oh, I guess you guys did, or like Jimmy might have. Didn't have outside schools. Matt, was your school like inside?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like the classrooms were all in like connected inside a building. Like Southern California, the doors open out into the outside world, and unless you're physically in a classroom, you are outside in the world.
Well, so the schools around here, like the universities and such, most of them have like buildings, and it's like several buildings together of rooms together, but then they all go to different halls that you would go to. And so like a hall generally was like, oh, this one's the math hall and this one's the science hall and things like that. And there was a place called the Quad, which I don't know why it was called that, but it was where the food was. So yeah. Why do they call it the Quad? Why is it called
usually
Quad?
4 sides of
most of the buildings have 4 sides.
No, it's like a seating area, like a big open area. I don't know.
We always just called it the lunchroom.
Well, this wouldn't have been the lunchroom. So like, and when I lived in, we'll use my high school in San Dimas. There was a big outside. So all of the classrooms open up. All the hallways are outside, just covered. But there was a big empty area in between all of the buildings that had seating, like, and then that would be the Quad. You could do like, it was a big open area. You'd have people out there doing hacky sack or fighting or, whatever.
Well, so the first 2 answers in Urban Dictionary have nothing to do with that. According to Urban Dictionary, number 1 would be 1/4 ounce to 1/8 of marijuana.
Oh, okay.
And a slang term originating from the video game Mass Effect 2 that was used in the same context as balls.
I am bringing up.
Because apparently one of the characters has 4 testicles. Okay, gotcha.
So here, I'm going to do this. Oh, actually, I didn't need to do that. That picture of Wabbit with the mouth popped up on my screen and scared me.
Please.
I wasn't expecting it. Okay, so here, I'm going to do this. We'll go web. So this was my high school in San Dimas.
There. And so it's
right here would be the Quad.
Oh, it's not the courtyard?
No, well, this is the Quad. There also wasn't all this grass there when I was there.
Right.
But like, and people would hang out in different areas. So like there was an area over here, area there. You can see my mouse, right?
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
that's where they'd hang out.
This
so the grass used to be back there to hang out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, is that where the grass is? Okay, gotcha.
Although this is a parking lot now. Because this was the band room over here. This was a big grassy area that was like where they did like practice for the like field shows and stuff.
I bet it was a big grassy area.
Yeah. Oh.
Grassy area.
Grassy knoll.
Grassy.
No, that's
the
in
pool's
Texas.
gone. Oh no, there it is. Oh, I see. They took out. What the hell is that? This was the parking lot.
What's the thing say?
It says Bonita Center for the Arts. Apparently, they built
it's a performing arts center.
Yeah, in the parking lot. Where all the
didn't need that parking lot.
And then they took away all the other parking for these stupid solar panels.
No, that's probably parking with solar on top. Oh.
But that's not enough for the students. There was at least 1,200 kids in this school.
Well,
Easy.
That's a decent amount of parking, quite frankly. If you look at it, keep going around.
Yeah. No, there's not anywhere else. It would just be right here, which that's not a lot. This used to be this whole thing
that's
here
5
was
rows.
the parking lot. No, I'm saying this whole thing here used to be the parking lot, and it would be packed and people would be parked on the street.
No, well, no, not so much.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Oh, well.
Now you must park elsewhere and move and walk in. Ha 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 ha. Is that parking below it?
Down here?
South, is that?
Yeah.
No. The big gray area.
Oh no, those are basketball courts.
Okay. Well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I can't tell through this window
Sure.
that I'm looking through.
Yeah, it's right down there is the basketball courts.
San Dimas High. Really? Yeah.
San Dimas High School football rules.
Whoa,
Home of Bill and Ted.
Bodacious. Excellent.
Except it was actually filmed in Arizona.
Yeah, I bet you they were upset.
No, I think because the principal, we didn't like her. She refused to allow them to film.
Yeah.
'Cause it would have been super easy because they film everything else in San Dimas. San Dimas is close enough to LA that it's a very common shooting location.
Oh yeah, that's good.
But okay, so do we have a title?
Well, as of right now, people doesn't like good things, and Clyde's Last Stand at the Alamo, and Clyde's Last Stand just went ahead and took the top vote. So as of right now,
Although I do really like put a rag in it, we're done.
Did we talk about the Molotov cocktail? Yes, we did during the show.
Well, yeah. So I was
Right, we
trying
did.
to find. I wanted to make a pun about the deal.
It's going to blow up in their faces.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, something like that.
Something inflammatory, huh? You're trying to say something
Yes, I
inflammatory?
was trying to say something inflammatory. But I couldn't find the right word. Yes, that deal's going to blow up in their face.
I don't know. I think Clyde's Last Stand at the Alamo is an excellent choice.
Okay.
That is my favorite of them.
Remember the Alamo.
Yeah, forget the Alamo. That's what you said.
Well, that's where Pee-wee's bike was, in the basement of the Alamo.
Well, so
But
he's
the
got it
Alamo
now.
doesn't have a basement.
Mhm.
I don't know how Jerry Seinfeld got involved, but I will
Me
not
neither.
apologize.
Hey, question, you guys.
Yeah.
Oculus.
Meta.
Is that a good system? or-
Well, Oculus is dead. They are
Yep.
now Meta.
It is the Portal.
Meta.
It is the Portal Rift.
No, it's Meta is the new company.
Meta's the
And
overall
that's why
company.
it's the Meta Portal and the Meta Rift.
Portal is the company, individual company that was known as Oculus.
No, the portal is the Facebook device. That's
still
their
called the Rift.
camera thing is the portal. That's why
That's true.
it's no longer the Facebook portal, it's the Meta Portal.
You're right, but they are calling it's the Portal Rift. Is what they're naming it, not the Meta Rift.
No, it's Meta because it says Meta on it.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, the reason why I asked, right, is our neighbor bought one of these,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife tried it on, liked it, and she thinks that we should buy our daughter one of these for Christmas.
The Quest 2 is being taught. Everybody says it's one of the best devices currently available, especially since it doesn't require a computer and can do most everything you want to
Yeah,
with it.
It's the one that's got the wireless controllers, one in each.
They
hand.
all do, unfortunately, so that's not a differentiator. But
Okay.
it's made by it's okay. It's just but the Quest, what was the Quest 2, is probably the best option for almost anybody. It's not as high resolution as or able to play some of the higher end games as some of the other ones, but
Mhm.
for most people to get into VR and have a lot of fun, Apparently, it's one of the easiest and best ones to do, and probably one of the cheapest at $400, I think, Seth, maybe less, 300. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
Gets you started.
The Oculus Quest 2.
Yeah, that's the one everybody is playing and loving right now.
Yeah. And I found the article. It's as Facebook ships to Meta, say goodbye to Oculus and Portal brands.
Oh, they're getting rid of Portal as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's why the Oculus Quest VR headset will be soon renamed the Meta Quest. Which it's Meta is so stupid.
But that means it's not really a quest.
Exactly.
It's kind of a quest. It's it's a meta quest. It's not really a quest.
But yeah,
They could have called it Johnny Quest.
as long as she doesn't mind, well, the Facebook integration stuff, even though they say it's going away, there's still gonna be ways to integrate, and that was the whole reason I have steered away from the Oculus. Otherwise, yeah, I would totally have one because it's wireless. It's the one with the least barrier to entry.
Mm-hmm. Keep
Okay,
talking.
so should I get the 128 gig, 256 gig? Do you need the one with all the fancy accessories?
Hold on.
Short answer is no. You don't need one with all the fancy accessories ever. But I know you probably want all those fancy accessories, so go for it.
Storage is, you can never have too much storage. So I would definitely go with the higher one, unless money is an object. And
I mean, you're only talking about a couple of $100 either way.
Exactly. I mean, and that's why I preface that, because for some people that's too much.
Oh, cool. Keep talking and nobody explodes is on the Rift.
Yeah.
My favorite DVR game.
See, I was looking for the platforms. See what all's included in the second thing.
I love that game. That's a fun game. I think everybody should play that with friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, yeah, I'd say just get the one that makes the most sense when you want to buy it. I don't see they're there. I don't. So $3.99 with that. I'm trying to find a package with, see what's included, or I don't see anything. So
yeah, I'll drop you something in the. I mean, here's the one that had. Oh God.
You see a carrying case, and the only options I really see are carrying case and some extra face guard thingies.
Yeah.
Where did you put it?
I was going to put it in there, but I need to shit in there.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
If that's the case, then I'm just dropping it.
Oh, I didn't know that apparently you can purchase a cable to connect your PC to your Quest and thus play your PC games.
Yeah.
In VR on your Quest.
Yeah, you
That's
can watch.
awesome.
You can watch the people on television or whatever when you play the game.
Well, I'm just saying.
You can see what they see on television. Apparently.
Yeah. So this bundle, the only thing it includes is, I mean, this is just the regular Quest 2 bundle. It's got a couple silicone mask pads, but yeah, I would just order the $3.99 thing off of Oculus's website. This is exactly what you're going to get.
Okay.
Although you might look into if you look on Oculus.com, look under accessories. a nice addition would be that Anchor charging dock. Because
That's true.
yeah, that thing is pretty sweet. And it's only $100. So
Bet you can find it cheaper somewhere else, but it's fine. That one in particular,
this
the
one's
charging
nice because it also looks good and it's got the cool integration.
dock. No, I agree,
Yeah.
but I bet you can find the Anchor charging dock somewhere else for at least $20 less.
Maybe. But what I was getting at is he could include that and it would still be cheaper, $100 cheaper than the package on Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, I see the $299, the $399, and then the one that had the extra accessories that I put in there for Clyde.
Yeah.
Right.
But like I said, I didn't really see any extra accessories in that package, in that Amazon package. It's got two of the face gaskets, but I think it already comes with two of those. Maybe not.
I don't think it does. I think because the $399 it's just the unit and the controllers. That's it.
Yeah. And
so, but the thing is that's the reason why I ask you guys. I don't know if that extra couple $100 is worth those little extra things.
Oh, it's got the 16-foot USB link cable. I don't think she'll care about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say save $100, get the $300 one, or the what is it? Whatever. Crap. I don't like this website. Yeah, so get the $400 one and then get the Anchor charging thing, and then she should be set. Word.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, I mean, if I could get my hands on a video card.
What are you looking for, sir?
Something that I can finally justify getting a HP Reverb G2.
So you just need something halfway decent.
Yeah. Probably I like a 3070.
Good luck, sir.
I know, but that's my point is I can't.
And you want an NVIDIA or do you want to do an ATI?
No, I want ATI, or I want ATI, but ATI doesn't exist anymore. I want AMD.
Yeah, an AMD. Okay, well, they have those.
But I mean, the market isn't. They're not there. I'm not spending.
It's still not good.
$1,200 on a video card.
Let's see. Newegg now has got whatever. That's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I just looked a couple days ago, and it's still same thing.
Yeah, all that's gone up.
It's gone.
Any kind of components like that, hard drives are really high now.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. If I can't buy a video card, I'll just buy more guns. I'll get more use out of the guns, probably.
Please, everybody, fix this problem so Clyde stops buying guns.
Clyde will just buy more.
He's got too many guitars. He can no longer buy any more guitars. He has to buy guns now.
It never stopped.
He'll just have guns and guitars and make his own videos.
Guns and guitars.
Actually, there's a channel that I like that is guns and guitars. And
well, I'm not surprised.
Actually, I highly recommend his channel. He does a lot of like he builds his own guitars and amps and stuff.
And builds his own guns.
What's that?
And builds his own guns.
Just some gun modification, like customization stuff too.
Oh my goodness, the prices are insane. Oh my goodness.
For the video cards or the guns?
My God. I haven't seen a single video card under $1,000 yet.
Yeah, and that was my point.
Oh, there's one, but it's out of stock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wonder what yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, well, I'm not gonna go to Windows 11 anytime soon, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't. So we did pick a title. I think we're done.
Okay. Let me copy that. So we're going Clyde's Last Stand at the Alamo.
I think we
All
should.
Copy. Paste. All right. It's official. It's in the doc. Anything else before we shut it down?
No, I just, I think I'm gonna go fall asleep on the couch trying to watch something.
Happy Veterans Day tomorrow, Clyde.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Happy
indeed.
Veterans Day to
Happy
you.
Veterans Day.
I'm realizing it's 10:24. This is the earliest we've ended this show in a long time.
In a long time. We actually had a quick show.
Yep.
It was like about an hour long, which
Well, they're almost always an hour long. It's just when I edit it down, I notice that we're usually like 10 minutes over an hour on average. And when actually I was going to ask you, you want to guess when I do the silence detection and remove the extra silence,
which is how I listen to the show. Yes.
do you want to guess how much time that removes from each episode?
15 minutes.
Sounds about right.
I was very surprised. On average, 2 minutes.
Really?
Yep. And I've got it set to so that when the silence is removed, it still sounds natural. So
Okay, so you have
there needs to be some space in there between sentences. But I've got it set to if it drops below a specific threshold for a specific amount of time,
right? So
then
that's good.
chop it out. Yeah, it's about 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, I generally when I'm on the show, I'm trying not to have that dead space, even though I suck at it.
But
so
there's gonna
now
be...
that I know that you have this built in, I'm gonna be like, and now.
But then I'm just going to talk over you, so it doesn't matter.
No, we need to have this dead space, and we're going to try to.
Anytime you stop talking, then I know, hey, I can start talking.
But no, you have to let me talk every once in a while, and then you have to let me stop every once in a while. Yes, you have to.
Damn it,
it's required.
Mom. Matt's trying to make me let him talk again.
Mom said you had to let me have my talks and my interruptions and my little blank spaces. Absolutely.
Ooh, I know what I remembered what I was going to complain about.
And you forgot?
Yeah, I did. I had a conversation with them right before we started. Mediacom.
The company who that gives you your internet.
Yep.
You said that you were somewhat happy with them.
I was when I was paying less than $100.
You're paying more than $100 now, aren't you?
Last year it went up to $100. Apparently, I was starting in September. I was paying $149.
Well, you pay more than I do. Wow.
I was like, what the hell? I mean, the only reason I noticed is because something got messed up with the auto pay, and I got a thing saying, "Hey, you need to pay your bill." And I logged in and went, "What the?" And I had to look through my past bills to see how much. And I called them up. I was like, "No." They're like, "Well, you can go to." Because I've got the gigabit, like 6 terabyte that I don't even want. I've never seen more than 600 megs at any given time. and they were like, well, you can go to the 1 gigabit with 1 terabyte or 4 terabytes of. And I was like, fine. Well, it's 119. No. Okay, the next step below that is 100 meg with 1 terabyte of bandwidth cap
Stupid
for
bandwidth caps.
$80. I was like, God damn it. I was like, okay, well, I need to see what my other options are. She goes, well, you've been with us for 3 years, so we can give you the loyalty discount of $30. Like, why didn't you just lead with that? You jacked up my bill by $30 when I crossed the 3 years, but apparently that is also the same thing that gives me the loyalty discount of. I don't want to deal with this.
So I have Comcast, as everybody knows, but I walk down to my Comcast dealers and I go into the store and I talk to them, and I say, okay, here's what's going on. I need this. I need that. What can you get me there? And I love the fact that they are all like, we deal with people all day long. We know all the buttons to push, all the things to do, and they just right there go through it. I'm going to do this deal. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to have to buy instead of. So this is what they said. I know you got your own router right now, and you can continue using that if you want. But if you use our router, I can give you this discount. And if you use our router, I can give you gigabit. And if you use our router, you can turn off the features and make it a dumb router. I said, perfect. I'll use your router. And you don't have to pay the router fee. You don't have to pay. It's like, awesome. I'll take it. That's that. And then, so I have their stinking X1 cable modem router in my house with it turned into dumb router mode. And it's great because I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, I'm just. I mean, when I was on Comcast Business, getting my 20. I was getting 50 megs. I was paying 120, but that was also business class, and it never changed. The price never changed. It was 120 that entire time. But yeah, I still think I was getting better connectivity on that 50 meg circuit business class than I am on this gigabit. Right. Whatever.
I get decent download speeds, probably like 600 to 800 on average out of this thing for the gigabit speeds, which is fine. That's not that big a deal to me. What bothers me is I have 40 megs up. I'm buying gigabit, which is the fastest they can provide me, and the best up they can give me is 40 meg up.
I know.
It's just like, now I'm curious what if they, it's been a while since I've checked availability. So
check your bill, because in probably a couple of months they'll sneak in a modem charge.
Yeah, well, no, I would know because I know exactly how much I don't do auto pay. I'm the guy who likes to see the bill, go and actually have it pay the amount and look at the bill and go, okay, this makes sense, kind of guy.
Well, and that's why my auto pay failed, was because when I do auto pay, I have a separate bank account specifically for that, and each paycheck, a specific amount of money gets deposited into that account.
Wow.
And
your bank lets you do that?
Oh, I've got different banks. I've got different bank accounts.
Do you have a different bank account for every single bill?
No. I'm saying I have a specific bank account for auto pay stuff. So if I add a new auto pay, then I know I need to adjust the direct deposit so that enough money is in that account. Because I've been screwed by like Comcast before, where they did the auto pay like 4 times, drained my bank account, and said, "Oh, well, we'll just credit your bill for the next few months." No, I need that money back. Right. And they're like, "Oh, well, we can't do that." And yeah, I learned that lesson early on. But when they changed the price, there wasn't enough money in that account because it's set, within, with, maybe a couple bucks here and there spare. But that's how I found out that they changed. And that's the other thing, is that's how I find out when bills change, is all of a sudden they fail. And then I go investigate, why did this fail? What did you do to my bill?
Yeah.
Why am I now paying $40 more than I was last month?
Comcast is offering gigabit internet service where I live for $70 a month.
I say it's gigabit-ish.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be exactly 1 gigabit.
I mean, it's just because of the way cable transport works. It's, yeah, get what's available from the community well in your area. So,
Isn't that true with almost everybody though?
well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's the train. I'm talking the transport layer for cable in general. So yes, if it's cable, then you're pulling from a pool. But like if you're on fiber or DSL, you're connected directly to, and you're provided bandwidth based on your SLA, because it's point to point.
Yeah. Yeah. The one thing about fiber I'll say is that, and this is to your point, Matt, is the upload speed is to the download speed is symmetric.
Yeah, exactly. I used to be
Synchronous.
I used to be on fiber, and my wife is every day. It's like, I miss my fiber, and like you think you miss
bring
your
home
fiber.
some shredded wheat
That would not.
or Special K.
Yeah, that joke would not go over well. But I just went ahead and put in my address into it, and it said, "Oh, are you moving here, or are you? What's going on here?" And it's like, just give me the option that shows me what's available in this area, and I can get, according to this, I can get Gigabit Pro, 3,000 megabits download speeds for $300 a month.
Well, the thing that makes me angry is, like, over the summer, my buddy was over and he pointed across. We're out on the deck and he points across the street at the utility line. He goes, "Has that always been there?" And it looks like there's fiber hanging across the street, looped.
Yep.
I can't find anybody that claims to have fiber service in my area.
Well, it's on the utility pole, so very likely it's owned by the utility.
Well, no, because like when I had CenturyLink at the my previous practice space, I got that's the way they brought it in. It was CenturyLink, but CenturyLink doesn't claim to have fiber in this area, and my municipality isn't involved in any of that. We've got the Frontier and Mediacom offices are right down the street, across the street from each other, but Frontier doesn't do anything other than DSL, which is weird because Frontier is typically a cable and fiber. I don't know, but
So any type of one of those satellite companies and say, "Oh yeah, we have internet in your area," and then they actually just like make a deal with a local ISP to provide you with whatever DSL service they have around there. It's like, really, you liars. Yeah. Don't lie to me. Just tell me what you do and don't have. We don't have a service in your area. We do have a partnership with a local DSL company to provide you internet if you wish to have it on one bill. Great. That's great. Don't lie to me and say you have internet, you liars.
Yep. I mean, yeah, there is Skynet, but it would actually be more expensive and less speed.
Well, just for now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Right now, Skynet isn't really an option for me.
And maybe I'd say sometime next year it probably would be.
I'd say still, if I have cable as an option, I don't think their satellite would be a good alternative. It's good for when I move to property and there is no utilities and I don't want anybody to know where I physically live. Yes, I will be subscribed to Skynet at that point. But all right, well, I'm going to shut this down. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us, and we will catch you all next week.